So we're here at the Tory Party conference. We're now joined by Katie Hopkins. Hello, Katie.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's good, actually. Tory Party conference is quite a dull event, I will say that. And it is probably traumatically dull for some people. But it's a bit like going to a funeral where everybody wears a navy blue suit. Everybody wears the same thing here. You look around and it's just a swarm of men in navy blue suits, looking quite dull. However, our fringe event that we've just done on no-fault divorce, where it would be possible to have a divorce without having to blame someone or be spiteful, has been very lively and went down really well. The room was full, people had a good time, and a lot of people saying it was their favourite fringe event of Tory Party conference.
And there was a lot of free Prosecco, which never hurts. You certainly broke the whole blue suits thing with your choice of dress yesterday. How do you think that went down?
Yes, so yesterday I turned up at the Tory Party conference in my first wedding dress. So I was married, how old was I? 28, I'm now 42. I wore my first wedding dress here to conference. I went up the stairs in my massive, and it's a massive, so if you're imagining this, if you imagine those little dolls that people used to have to cover loo rolls with the enormous skirt, the really nasty dresses from the 1970s with loads of net and tutu, it's essentially that. So I walked up the steps looking like a giant toilet roll cover at the Tory Party conference, and I had gays, this little group of gays for Trump and gays for Brexit. They carried my train, so they were utterly brilliant bridesmaids. And my message really, that did get a bit lost in the moment, was that I was there to show Theresa May, as a divorced woman, how easy it is to get divorced, how quick it is to get divorced, and how simple it is, and why she can't get on with it with the EU, I do not know. And of course, I was there as well as part of this event, which is all about the fact that divorce currently involves naming someone and making them responsible instead of just agreeing there's a no-fault divorce and moving through it much more, quickly and without the sort of necessity to be quite so horrible to each other when we're being divorced.
So going back to the divorce of Brexit, how would you react to the comments made at conference by a lot of the government ministers and Theresa May herself? Do you think it's been satisfactory?
No, I think if I stopped 20 people as they left Tory Party conference and said to them, what's the one message, I'm not even asking for three, what's the one message you would take away from this conference? You would not get a consistent answer. And the really important thing in terms of communications from an event like this is that people are able to articulate the one key thing that matters for the nation. Now, you take this away from conference, away from Manchester, away from people in navy blue suits. Ask the average man in the street what the message was from Tory Party conference, and they aren't going to have a clue. Many will be able to say, Katie Hopkins turned up in a wedding dress, don't know why. Not many will be able to say what the point was of all these people being here. And I think that sums up Theresa May Conservative Party. What is the point of the Conservatives anymore in the UK? Because frankly, I don't see it.
So you completely think this has been an absolute failure?
I think the Conservative Party are currently a complete failure. I think Theresa May is a complete failure. And I think this conference has just reinforced the fact that they're a failing government without a leader.
Should she stick up and fire Boris, or should we have a new leader altogether?
I don't think firing Boris is the answer. I think firing Boris is very much like, she fired her two advisors after the snap election because that failed. You can't fire the people around you all the time. At some point, you have to take personal responsibility and accountability for your decision-making and actions. And she needs to take personal accountability for this dire situation the party finds themselves in.
Katie Hopkins, thank you very much for your time.
Hi, my name's Katie Hopkins, and you're listening to Raw.